Hello learners, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing good at home, and as we are completing our CPU scheduling topic, so in the series of that topic, here in this video we are going to discuss another algorithm that is known as longest job first algorithm or LJF algorithm or LJF scheduling. So what is LJF? Longest job first. If you remember, we have done one algorithm, that is shortest job first. What is shortest job first? The process which is having the shortest burst time will be allocated to the CPU first. Here in longest job first, the CPU will be assigned to the process having largest burst time. Okay, the thing is just reversed now. So here the largest burst time process will be allocated to the CPU first if among all the available processes. If you have 4 processes, you will see which process is having the largest burst time and you will allocate that process to the CPU. Okay, and this LJF can be used in both preemptive and non-preemptive version. When we call it longest job first, it is actually the non-preemptive mode. Okay, and when we talk about the preemptive version of LJF, it is known as the LRTF, that is longest remaining time first. So the preemptive version is LRTF and the non-preemptive version is LJF. Okay, and one more thing to be noted here, if there is a tie, like if two processes are having the same burst time, in the same way that we do in SJF, here in LJF also we will use the FCFS scheduling. Okay, so FCFS scheduling is used. That means once there is a tie in burst time of two processes, we will select the process which came earlier. Okay, जिसका arrival time पहले होगा, जो पहले arrive हुआ होगा, we will select that process. Okay, so let's take an example and understand this LJF clearly. Okay, this is the scenario that is given. So we will understand the LJF using this. Here the process number is given, arrival time and burst time is given. Okay, let's make Gantt chart. Let's schedule this processes to the CPU. So at time 0, which process we are having? Only process P1, it is there in the ready queue. So process P1 is arrived at time 0, so it is the only process. The decision criteria, short term scheduler doesn't have to take any other decision, it will take the process P1 and assign it to the CPU. So process P1 will be assigned, but here what is the mode? We are working with LJF, right, where the mode is non-preemptive. So with the non-preemptive mode, once the process is allocated to the CPU, it will perform or it will execute till the last. See, 3. ठीक है, इसको 3 burst unit चाहिए था, 3 हमने दे दिया. Till the process P1 is executing. See, here we have 3 more processes, 1, 2 and 3. P2, P3 and P4 have arrived into the ready queue. Now the decision has to be taken by the short term scheduler, and which process to be selected? Here the criteria is, what is the criteria? Longest burst time. ठीक है, longest burst time हमारा criteria है. So which process is longest among P2, P3 and P4? P4. So let's allocate process P4 to the CPU. For how much time it will be? For 5 units. So 3 plus 5, 8. And now P1 and P4 have completed their task. Now when the process P4 is executing, P5 has also arrived. अब हो गए रेडी क्यू में 3 processes, P2, P3 and P5. Which process to allocate next? P5, because of the longest burst time. For how much time this P5 will perform? For plus 6 burst unit. And then P5 is already also executed. Now P2 and P3, among P2 and P3 we will select process P3 for how much time? 4 unit, that is 18, and then P2 for 2 more units. So till time 20. So here let's calculate the average turnaround time and average waiting time. So let's first calculate the completion time. What is the completion time of P1? 3, P2 20, P3 18, P4 8, P5 14. Okay, what is the turnaround time? This is completion time minus arrival time. See, 3 minus 0, 3, 19. This is 16, 5, 10. Then about waiting time, it is turnaround time minus burst time. So what is 3 minus 3? 0. 19 minus 2, it is 17, then 12, then 0, and then 4. So what is the total turnaround time it is coming here? Turnaround time 53. And ये कितना है? You know, 20, 17 plus 4, 21, 23, 33. So average turnaround time is 53 divided by 5, and average waiting time is 33 divided by 5. So you can calculate, this is 10.6 I think, and this one is 6.6. Okay, because it is non-preemptive, so I am not calculating the response time, as you all already know that response time will be same as the waiting time. Okay, I am giving you one question, solve it. If you have understood this longest job first algorithm clearly, solve that question and tell me what is the answer by writing the answer in the comment box. And the question is, here same 4 processes are given with their arrival time and burst time. You have to calculate it. You have to schedule these 4 processes using the LJF and calculate the average turnaround time and average waiting time. And once you got the answer, just write the answer into the comment box, and please give your opinion by writing your opinion about this video, if it is good or not. If there is any improvement is needed, you can also suggest that. If you like this video, you can hit the like button also, and if you have not subscribed it, please जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए to motivate me to make more videos. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you soon with the next video.